I grew up in Medicine Hat, Alberta, a small community southeast of Calgary. Until I went to the seminary, I became increasingly and actively involved in our parish community. My dad and I are very close.
We got a father and son bond, but brother to brother with the Knights of Columbus, it's a different type of relationship.
I became a Knight of Columbus through that realization that the Lord is calling us to follow Him in service and in discipleship and in holiness. I was only 17 years old when I found out that I had been accepted by the diocese to go to the seminary. Someone spoke to Supreme to make an exception for me to be admitted into the first degree before my 18th birthday. My dad was there and part of that ceremony, and so that was something that we were able to share together.
They decided that they were going to sponsor Chris in the seminary.
My first year in the seminary, I went there with next to nothing. I knew that it wasn't going to be possible without their help. That reminded me of the significant impact that they can have in making it possible for us to go through our discernment without being burdened by too many other concerns or worries. It was important to the Canadian bishops that someone who would be in that role would also be of Indigenous heritage, a priest, and they want him to be able to speak Italian. Because of my mother's heritage, I happened to be able to get by. I was very humbled to be asked, and thanks be to God, I think you could say it was a success.
It's important for the Catholic community to understand why the Pope came. Who better to explain it than Father Cristino? He's got a way of really getting inside people, in their hearts and in their minds. Yes, we bore him, we brought him into the world, but he is a product of years of God molding him to become what he is today.
I'm really inspired by the never-ending commitment of the Knights of Columbus towards promoting and then supporting the vocations to the diocesan seminary. As vocation director, I'm in frequent contact with the Knights. Their main concern has been, how can we make sure that we're supporting the work that you're doing? Is there ways that we can engage with the young men in the community? I have found that very edifying to see that the Knights of Columbus are prioritizing that among the things that they're already so engaged in the diocese.